That's it, it's gone. Summer. Not that it was here. Look at it, winter. Dark at 7 o'clock now. Might have to dig out me Stay Press action slacks from the spare bedroom wardrobe. Or just get the tweed out of the cupboard. Winter, flipping it. Well, there you go. Summer was good for the 4 days that we had it. Anyway, I digress. Chester, little Chester, with us. I don't know if you remember. He was, him and his sister are with us at the moment because they've both got similar issues. He didn't like the lead. He resented the lead. He was scared of it. There was an anticipation of an uncomfortable sensation because, and this isn't, telling tales out of school, a trainer misused a prong collar. There is a place in all elements of training for all different tools if they are positive and if using them ends in a success. So we are doing this for one reason and one reason only. One, so that he can get used to a lead, which we're going to then start training him on, is a positive thing, not a negative thing. So I'm purposefully swinging this round him, touching his head, touching his body, allowing him to become familiar with it in his environment and space. Chester, come here. There it is. Good. Touching his face, touching his body, all that kind of stuff. And a positive outcome when he sees and feels this slip lead on his head or his neck or his body. So we're making great tracks with that. Now, another reason of why him and his sister are with us is because, and I'm going to say it, resource guarding, possession aggressiveness. He's claimed the sofa. He's not allowed to sit, or he's not allowed his owners to sit on the sofa or whatever anymore, because he's reacted to them to the point of aggression. He's bit people, okay? Very, 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 very common in cocker related breeds. So cockers, sprockers. I'm not sure what's going on with the breed, but we are seeing too many cocker spaniels or cross cocker spaniels with resource guarding issues. Now, how are we going to look at that? We need to change the process. Sit. Good boy. Because at the moment, he has become accustomed to humans approaching his bed or approaching his space as taking something that he wants to keep away from him. He has become accustomed to human hands that is approaching his space will remove a bone, will remove a chew, will remove something that he has taken ownership of. When I say taken ownership of, what I mean is he thinks it's his possession and he is guarding it. And what he's realised is the only thing that will stop a human interaction, taking something that he wants and likes and finds pleasurable to have, away from him, is to bite. It started off around the food bowl where he's growled, and then something's happened, and then that's escalated into a bark, and then that's escalated into a bite. So what he has quite rapidly learned, and don't get me wrong, today's cocker spaniel and cocker spaniel crossbreeds are incredibly intelligent, and that makes them very, very able to be manipulative, to be controlling, to demand attention, to demand what they want, just by using aggression in the forms of, if you come and take my bone away, I'm going to bite you because I don't want you to do it. So we need to reverse that thought process, that psyche. Chester, come here. Sit, good boy. Hands are now going to be good. Chester, sit. Hands are now going to be rewarding. Hands are not going to take anything away. Good boy. Come on, get on. Anything away. So no longer are we giving him items, the classic toy box, dog toy box full of 50 different furry, squeaky, rubbery things from Pets at Home or wherever the place is called. No longer are we going to give him free rein around the house to subconsciously take ownership of household items, because he is going to naturally assume every item in the house is his, i.e. mobile phone, glasses case, TV remote, your socks, anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the risk of him taking ownership of anything, just normal daily items in the house. And what we're going to do is reteach him that his fun, his physical activity, his play out in the park or whatever is going to be with one toy, one item, one toy. Once that, pack that up, sit. Good boy. We don't do that. Good boy. What we're going to do is we're going to teach him that the one item that we play and have fun with is the only item of enrichment that you are going to get. However, we then move into the process of teaching him to share. So we then, when he does bring it back, take the item away, put it in the pocket, that's it, mate. So we're controlling play, we're controlling how long he has items. When we do give him a bone, it's not going to be one of those great big cow or calf bones, which is going to last him a week, because he's going to take ownership of it. He's going to start guarding it. We're going to give him a little bone or a little chew, which will take him 30 seconds to get rid of. After 30 seconds, the problem is no longer there. The risk is no longer there. So we're looking at this retuning thought process of him guarding and thinking that every little item is his. So another thing that we can do is, as I said, we're going to put a food bowl down. There it is. He's got a whole bowl of food. Again, he's going to claim it as his. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to get two bowls. We're going to put a handful into the bowl and put it on the floor. Good boy. We're going to leave that bowl on the floor. We're going to get another handful of kibble, put it into the bowl. Good boy. Another handful, put it into the bowl. Good boy. So he's becoming retuned and becoming more used to these give. These are good. These no longer take away. Every single time a human has approached me in my space, they've either walked past me and thrown a bit of kibble. So we're connecting an approaching human as a positive thing, which is giving, not taking away. But also what we can do is when we feed him, we can rehabilitate the thought process that human hands are good because they're always going to give. They're always going to give. Good boy. So we need to train and rehabilitate a habitual thought process. Another thing that we can do is get him working, get his mind active. So all the time that all the time that he's thinking about completing basic tasks, sit, wait, stay, come, all of that generic, very, very simple stuff, he's thinking and it's getting a positive result. All the time that he's thinking about completing those commands successfully, he's not thinking about attention-seeking behaviour. And that's another element of what we're looking at. The stupidness, the silliness, the rolling on his... all of the stuff that he has quite rapidly learnt gets him attention. So when he does start playing silly buggers, we ignore him. He's no longer on the face of the earth. We walk off. We only reward and offer positivity if he is doing or displaying a behaviour that we want him to do. So, Chester, sit, stay there. Come, sit, reward. Good. Yesterday, he was rolling around on his tummy playing silly buggers, thinking, oh, this is what gets me what I want, this is what I get. Well, no, it doesn't get you what you want. So what we need to do is take the burden of thinking and decision making and making correct choices away from him, because he's a dog and he cannot psychologically or mentally deal with it or cope with it, and think for him. When I say that, give him some leadership, give him some direction. If he does a task successfully, then we're rewarded for it. But another reason why I'm doing this, Chester, hands, round face, positive, hands, good, hands are good, hands are good, hands are good. I'm not going to take anything away from you, mate. Good boy. So, a whistle-stop tour there. As you can imagine, it's a very, very deep, quite complicated subject to talk about. Guarding, be it resource or possessiveness of an item or a chair or a sofa or a space within the house. Also coupled with blatant attention-seeking behaviour. We're dealing with those two things kind of at once at the moment. And his sister is exactly the same. So we'll just duplicate what we've done here with him To her, won't we, Chester? Sit. Good boy. You are getting there, my friend. Yes, you are, buddy. Hands are good. Hands no longer take away. Good boy.